time to waste tonight. Gonna get right to it. Alright, tonight we've got ourselves another case of Star Trek Beyond. This is our third case that we're up to. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards, so thank you to them as always. Been having a lot of fun with this stuff. A lot of nice cards that we keep getting out of there. And let's get the checklist up. There we go. Okay. So the good stuff with this is you have 2 autographs in every box. There's a decent sized signer list, but you do, at least for the first couple of cases that we did, we definitely ended up with a couple of top level signers. Tons of different wardrobe cards. We seem to get the same couple of guys. The singles are, you know, there's the case topper. The singles don't, you know, seem to be anything overly special. There are a few of the ones that are for wardrobes, like there's a captain's chair. Well, actually, the one wardrobe is the pike. That's the scarce. We did get one of those in one of our cases. There's the case topper. You never saw it. Acetate card. Cool. Okay. Let's slide this down now. So when you guys come on and you're watching, don't forget to post your name on here so we all know who is on. I forgot the box is very tight on this. And there's my scissors. We're going to be cutting these. Makes it a lot easier for me on the wrapper end of it. So some of the other goodies that we're going to be looking for, the metal parallel cards. Here's our first autograph. So the metal parallel cards of the base set. There's the metal poster cards, which I think we get 2 in a case, if I remember correctly. Okay, so first up we got, this is the classic version, Doug Young or Jung as Ben. There will also be a single sketch card in the case. Hey, Dr. Ghostbuster. Peeling yourself away from the Ghostbusters draft. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just jump over to the checklist because I feel like I'm forgetting something. 2 autographs a box, metal, parallel, you get 1 of those a box. Autograph relics, we'll get 1 or 2 of those in a box.
I'm in the 72nd minute, so if AJ survives the rest of this game, I might make the next one. So I'm probably not going to.
Let's see. Expansion relics. That's the one where you get the.
No, don't wait, because then I'll be done by the time.
I know, patch relic. No. Where's the expansion relics? Oh, yeah, there it is. Admiral Pike uniform. That's the scarce. And there's the patch cards that they're fake patches. I think you get we get two of those. Yeah, two of those in the case. And then it's again duels. Duels with single characters, duels with dual characters. Oh, and the pins. That's what I was forgetting. Oh, and there's also the Spock and Chekhov Memoriam cards. We'll get one of each of those. Quotables, one in a box. Okay. So that's about everything. Well, it all depends on when you're talking about if you're in it just for something cool that you might like, or if you're in it for actual value, on something you're going to resell. I mean, that's the way with most breaks. But with the other cases that we did, I'd say that there was probably 4 autographs, the sketch, and then 1 or 2 wardrobes. So, say the top 10 picks, give or take. Yeah. Well, Mason, I can tell you, I don't think I've ever seen 2 sketches come out of a single case ever since Rittenhouse dropped down to the harder sketch. I think they need to we kind of got to go in the middle. We don't necessarily have to do the 1 sketch per box, but how Cryptozoic on the Hobbit stuff, they were doing, you get, depending on which series it was, you get somewhere between, say, 4 and 6 sketches. It'd come out like every 3 or 4 boxes. But I can tell you in the there's our second autograph. Danny Pudi, another classic version. I know our second case was much better than our first case. And the first case was still solid. First case had a nicer sketch in it. I remember that. We had first case had Spock, and there's one of our. Here's a Spock pin. Since you haven't seen it, see it's a thicker card with a metal pin in it. I guess this is their version of a Star Trek medallion. Then the second case had Chris Pine, had Zoe Saldana. This must be the relic because this feels really thick. Unless it's the metal card. Actually, I think it's the metal card. Yeah. There's our metal parallel card. They're numbered out of 100. Get one of those a box. And they're stuck together. It's one thing I never understood. Those metal cards there, I mean, they are metal, but I mean, the image on it looks exactly the same as on one of the base cards. And I couldn't figure out how they, or I should say why, they didn't do that with Valerian steel. Because some of the images kind of get washed away.
I'm loading.
I'm going to say the biggest thing I'm hoping to see out of this third case the autograph relics. First case we got one, and it was the girl that plays Peter Weller's daughter. I think it's Alice Eve. Does that sound right? I'm not pulling a checklist up for that. And then the second one, we got two autograph relics, and the one was Jayla, which is the lead female character in the movie. It's that girl right there. There's our quotables insert.
Are you guys done? Oh, I'm loading. No, just invite me. No. Shut off. How is that connected? You guys are fuck faces. No, come on. Hey. Do it.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Crap, hold on. I found a Star Trek playlist on Spotify. Alright, now, here's my first question is we did not get a relic, or a wardrobe. And I thought they were 1 in 24 across the whole run. One in 24 packs.
Alright, I'm pretty sure this
Are the fake pins part of that? Combined with other relics, okay. I couldn't remember. We'll get you something in number one.
Nah, it's me, Brett.
I can tell you that in general with Rittenhouse, same thing with Cryptozoic, you're going to get at least one top level.
Wait, what's the right name?
Yeah, I couldn't remember, Mason, that it was... replaces it. Oh, I wish these boxes weren't so damn tight. It's hard to open. After I'm done opening this box, I just got to go check on the Ghostbusters draft. Make sure. I think it's Robo Mole and Lost Patrol. Are they the next two that picked? Well, we're just talking about the archive box. It's still not. It's still a little bit more than halfway full. So, and it's got a long ways to go. I mean, I purposely didn't do a snake draft because I thought the cheaper spot people would have a little bit easier time in joining it, because if you look online, the archive exclusive relic card, the 6-piece I think it was, I think it's selling for like $500 on its own on eBay. All right, that is that. I'm hiding that. That is actually a card I really wanted to pull this time. It's funny.
Oh, he's coming.
Until something better comes along, that is number one.
Yes.
I wouldn't go too crazy on taking more spots right now. I mean, like I said, we did a not a snake. You know, we didn't do a snake draft, just a straight, and it was 84 picks. So there's still like 40 picks or 35 picks left. Here's our first. You know, I'm just thinking. I don't think we pulled Uhura's single relic, so I don't know if hers might be one of the more limited ones. I know the singles on the whole were just limiteds. I don't think, matter of fact, I'll jump up real quick. No, they're all just limiteds except for Crawl. He's an EL. For some reason I feel like we did not pull her in the first
Guys, I'm running now. I know my game was
And now just for James Drive, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget.
Oh, you know what? I was over at the checklist. I'm going back to the checklist for a second. I want to see. Alright, so then they're all the same too. Okay.
Volvo Cars vision is that by 2020, no one should be killed or seriously injured in a new Volvo car. And with the award-winning XC90's intuitive safety innovations,
here's our quote.
who matter most, safe. Click the banner to learn more.
You know, the one thing I'm really liking about Rittenhouse lately is that they're doing a lot of stuff with matte finishes, no gloss. And I think that's a really cool thing. Kind of change it up a little bit. Just like when they started doing all these metal cards. And this case topper that came with it, I mean, that's an acetate card.
like that.
They could, you know, do a good quality acetate card. I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I might actually collect a set of that. Like, I'm not sure if either of you guys are in the Thor breaks, but the just want to show you that wrapper, just in case. The Thor breaks, some of the minis have an acetate parallel, and I think they're the coolest looking little cards. I didn't see anything about how rare they are. That was only base cards anyway.
AJ, it's got 2 suppressed SMGs and a suppressed pistol.
So we're up to 7 watchers, and I only see 2 people that have said anything.
Anybody need a mini shield?
There's autograph number 2. So we got ourselves another classic version. That's 3 in a row. Joe Taslim.
Yo, AJ guy, right here. In front of Rod.
The thing that scares me about the Thor stuff, and it's the pack out. They screwed up the collation. It is all out of whack. I think our first case was very solid, but I mean, this is one of those metal. There's a metal card in here, but I mean, there's people out there.
Alex.
How you doing, Molly? But there's a lot of people that are opening up stuff where you look at who was it? TK Cards, Todd over on the site. He had some boxes had 7 hits in them, none of which were autographs, and then he had other boxes that had 3 hits or 1 hit or 2 hits or no hits. So that's our metal card, card number 1. And just because I'm not too good with the names, Molly, are you on Blowout, or are you just watching through YouTube, or because of YouTube?
Right, yeah,
You just found it on there.
I expressed.
There's our quote insert.
I have a purple one. Only a little bit. Can we move the house?
Okay. I think I recognize that username.
Yo, let's go to houses.
Did you check the first 2 cases that we opened of this stuff?
Houses.
On the whole, it's a very solid product. The only thing I'll tell you, which kind of stinks if you're only buying boxes, it's a lot more solid across the whole case. Alright.
There might be one in the brown house. Brown house. Brown house left. Brick house. Come with the revolver. I'm not going to show this one revolver.
Alright, I forgot to put these base cards in there. So I was holding up. I was actually really excited for this one. It's an autographed relic, Carl Urban. I don't know why. Oh, because Judge Dredd was on yesterday. I was watching some of that.
Yo, does anybody want a semi-auto? I need it. Yo, we're Orlando. I got a med kit for you. Oh, never mind. I do.
Well, it's definitely pick number 1. Only 2 boxes in. Well, Molly, the only thing I can tell you is, were you gonna order? Excuse me. Were you gonna order the boxes from Blowout, or do you have a local shop that has them?
Nobody want a purple semi? Alex, do you want a semi?
At least that way, if you know they're coming from the same case,
I bet it is.
and you get some crappy boxes, you can always go back and get a couple more.
Sure. I have a revolver. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, I have a revolver. That's why we're trying. Whoa, snowballs.
I tell you what, Mason, that'd be pretty insane if we got all that in one. Considering the Pike relic is a scare, so the fact that we got the one in the first case, I think that's about as far as we're gonna get. Yeah, he was.
Yo, he has teammates, so watch out. Yo, how many medium bullets do you guys have? I only have 18.
Oh, I forgot to go check.
Yeah.
We definitely did.
Yeah, let me see some.
Jeremy Raymond, another classic version.
I don't know what teammates are.
I don't think we got this many classic versions in an entire case, and we're only 2.5 boxes in.
I have 20. Anybody need shotguns? I have 20.
Alright. I really have to go jump over to the.
Yo, two then.
That was the thing.
Where's that drop?
The first case, I would have taken that as the #1 pick and over the Simon Pegg.
No, don't snipe it, Adrian. Where? Where are you? You get sniped?
Especially the one, I don't remember who got the one that we pulled, and I haven't looked at them online to see any of the others, but it had the gold stripe on it.
And AJ, you don't tag me right now. Oh, people 75 behind us, 75 behind us, 75 moving to 60. I saw one running. I think he's going to the one house.
Alright, here's an Into Darkness version of Jason Matthew Smith.
Back in here. Where'd he? Guys, hey. There you go. He's by himself. That's dark. That's dark.
Here's our single of Kirk.
Let me make it real quick.
Not to try and talk you out of buying your own case, but the and this single relic or wardrobe, whatever you want to call them, those, they're all pretty common, you know, and they only had the main cast.
Yeah, you went down.
Well, unfortunately, for most
Yo, I have plenty of light.
Rittenhouse stuff, the price will go down. And if you're really tempted, you ought to check out, we're trying to fill an archive box. There's that quote insert.
Alex, over here. Or AJ.
There's some cool bonuses in that you can't get out of the case. If you like the classic series, I believe it includes a Nichelle Nichols autograph.
Yo, there's a building west that I think is abandoned because it's... Oh, guys. He's only knocked. Oh, guys. Yeah.
Then there's like a 6-piece relic. Yeah, I get it.
Lily are up here. I'm gonna drop the revolver.
I think except for the metal card, and if we pull anything else, there's nothing to get out of here.
I dropped the revolver. There's so many snipers.
We already got 2 autographs.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yo, we have super good loot. It's not that far. I have 136.
Does your Molly? Does your local store? Do they have a good selection? Because you know what's funny is I've actually one of these days I'm going to finish.
Yo, Alex,
Let's see here. Card 27 for the metal cards. I was collecting the Battles in Times, the Doctor Who set, which you know is like that card game. And there's something like 1,000 cards in the set, and I want to say I gotta have at least 800 of the cards, if not more.
I still have another one. I do.
I never had the time, or oh, this is one of the movie poster cards. Then that's definitely another metal card. And so we get 2 of these in the case. But I gotta find me some more of the singles so I can finish my sets off. And they're just getting older and older. There's again metal poster card, Spock. Trying to see if we can get a good without getting the light on it too much. There you go.
Yo, Tom, let me check. It's so weird. Tom, let me check. Yo, I I can't go to my inventory. Alright, are we going to move?
Well, if you're not familiar with it, I mean, Battles in Times was a UK only release. They didn't have an American release until Topps. Is it Topps? Yeah, right. Topps that got the license. All right, that is 3 boxes down. Yeah, there was a lot of magazines. You could get them out of the magazines, or you could get the little packets of them. Okay, just have to bear with me for 1 second, guys. I gotta just jump over here and check.
Look at your freaking inventory.
At Discover,
Alright.
we believe anniversary should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card
I'll be
members
back in just a moment.
At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches, because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try
I don't think there's anyone in there. I don't see anyone.
Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
What if bravery
Yo,
loves
I've
company?
won.
Stop wondering and start wandering now.
I've
Get 30% off every
We
gas
should
and
build.
up to $200 to spend at sea on Anthem or Adventure of the Seas. Both sailing from the New York area,
Where?
starting from $6.99. Fill your next vacation with new discoveries and no limits. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. This offer is for a limited time, so visit RoyalCaribbean.com or call your travel agent now. Offer ends January 31st. Prices are
Where are they?
double occupancy interior
I do.
plus payment subject to no delivery. Taxes, fees, and port expenses additional. Terms apply. Ships registry Bahamas.
Wait, where are they? I don't see
You
them.
don't have to go to the post office again, ever. With Stamps.com, you can access all the services of the post office right from your computer. Buy and print U.S. postage for any letter, any package.
All right, I'll be back.
I think you'll.
Trips to the post
That was me.
office
All right.
get any easier. And now Spotify listeners get a special.
Yeah, I did most of the
Stamps.com.
attacks, but not too much.
Click on the banner or go to Stamps.com and click on the microphone and type in Spotify.
You know, same thing. I have this problem. I have so many little projects that I've started and not finished, but I actually started collecting,
I don't know.
and it's in my signature actually, all of the doctors and main companions, their autographs, but I only wanted them on index cards because I have pictures, and if I was able to get one of the doctors and then all of their companions, I had a whole layout set up to get them all framed together. And especially somebody like Karen Gillan, God only knows how much she's charging, especially after, you know, she's in Guardians and she's in just was in Jumanji. But I'd feel weird paying $100 to say, here, can you just sign this index card for me? There's our first autograph already. We got here Ben Cross.
Two shots.
Matter of fact, I have to dig through some old boxes at my mother's house and see. I had a John Pertwee autograph somewhere that I got. Oh my God, I had to have gotten it damn near 30 years ago.
Yeah, you guys been open on
If not, oh, you know, it would have been longer. Because I remember when I got it and I was still. And the crazy thing is, if they did that, I don't want the picture. I don't care about getting my picture with somebody. I'm good with sign an autograph, say thank you, shake their hand, and I'm on my way. I remember I went to an autograph show, sports autographs, up somewhere real close to the Meadowlands, somewhere in North Jersey, and when was it? I guess it was 2008, because it was the summer before was Cal Ripken and Tony Gwynn, and Tony Gwynn was the only baseball player I collected. And I also wanted Cal Ripken's, because again, another little side collection is autographed baseballs of Hall of Famers. And they're like, you want your picture taken with Cal Ripken? Every so often he would stop and he would take pictures of people. You'd wait in another line. And it didn't even cost anything extra at the time. And I was like, no, I'm good. I got his autograph. I met him. I'm good.
Keep an eye on the Northwest people. Yep, what'll happen. Just don't peek. Don't peek. Just peek without peeking like your head. You know what I mean? Alright, wait, fight, and roll.
There's our metal card, number 33.
If I can I snipe one of them? Our base, our base.
There's
By himself, by himself,
quote
by
card.
himself.
I can imagine that he is. He seems like a wacky guy.
Yo, I need bandages. To the left 15. $42. Got it, let's go, base.
Frazier Atchison.
Let me screenshot that. Yeah, final kill, baby. Good. That was a good game. Yeah, how many kills you got there? That's 4.
Carl Urban is running away with it so far. 4 boxes in.
Orlando, how many? Orlando, how many did you have? 4 plus 13. 14.
There goes a duel of Kirk and Spock.
Yeah. Not like. Hey, give it out of you.
I don't think
But like you went down like 6 times.
that's 2 autographs, the relic, and the quote. Oh no, here. Oh, that's right. Sometimes you get 2 quotes. There's the quote. So the rest of these packs should be nothing.
Fine, we did. 5 days. me and Frank.
Okay.
We don't have lane so we push that left side. Me and Orlando went to the left and we killed like 4 people. That's good. We kill. Yeah, I'll go Christmas tree, then I'll hit on you guys.
Go back here. Okay. Just checking the emails. I'm trying to think if I've ever met an actor.
Yo.
Period.
Yo. I got a blue bolt. I've grenade swap. I do. Jake on food all day.
I mean, definitely a lot of baseball players, but that's about it. Kimberly Arland.
Okay.
Come on, focus.
Alright.
There it goes.
Me or me. Jump head. Yo, jump head, jump head.
Gonna have to help me out. Who is Toby Jones?
Guys, just remember that I have a jump head. Because that's easy to forget. And they're pretty important.
Oh. Let me check. It was the second box was the 2,000 something, 5,000 something, 1,000 something. Oh. That might be the case, but not with these.
Oh, in the street,
Kind of like, crap. Is it Epic Battles? One DC product. Where if your box was like in the first... Oh, okay. I know I definitely know who you're talking about now. He plays Professor, Doctor. He's the guy that ends up like transferring his whole consciousness, and he like lives in a computer. I'm drawing a complete blank on his character name, but I know you're Zola. There you go.
I'll kill him and kill myself. Or not. I did kill. You already got the dog.
Got a metal card, it feels like, in here.
Honestly, the only thing we were missing last game was jump head.
Card 26.
I almost got sniped before he even landed like out of the Yeah, I was feeling like prison and someone sniped me at the landing like I didn't even land yet.
Alright, here's a question for you.
It's just super hard.
I like talking to somebody who's overseas. So, How often do you? So now you mentioned about how you see some people every now and again. How often do you see professional athletes, like Premier players or something like that? Premier League. Here's our Spock Memoriam card. Card 14, and they're all serial numbered. This one is 10 of 125.
Is he any good? Is he better? Is he better than Orlando?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned wrestlers. I have met a few wrestlers, and most of them on the whole have been complete psychos.
Retail. I'll go true.
They tried to do a con in my town here, and it's a small town. Not sure why they picked my town, but they had a couple of artists. They had somebody big, a big Batman artist. I can't remember who it was now. I'm drawing a. God, I'm so bad with names. But they had a couple of wrestlers. I remember Virgil was there. That guy was crazy. He wouldn't leave you alone. Dual relic, single person, Chekhov.
I'm letting you know I'm dead. No, I'm dead. I'm hiding. I'm like 30 health.
Maybe I have my people wrong, but Mason, do you live in Ohio?
No, I'm good.
Oh, a bunch of people.
I'm not too hot. Come on.
Zachary Quinto. Still not going to beat the Urban, but there's pick number 2 right now. So that's 2 autographs and a relic. So we're there's a quote. The reason I was asking is because the Philly non-sports show, which is in Allentown.
Right here.
Never mind.
Yo,
I can barely remember a name, let alone remember where people live. But they have this. I mean, it's tiny, but they call it a wrestling museum, and the show itself is in an antique mall. It's a pretty big mall. Then you go upstairs and you just have a bunch of pictures and autographs and some costumes and crap hanging on the walls.
I'm taking bandages.
A couple of the people are pretty, a couple of the wrestlers are pretty big that they have up there, but on the whole, they're some guys I'd never heard of. I mean, I wasn't ever a huge fan. I mean, I liked wrestling the most back in the 80s, I guess.
I did.
Probably when I started watching it. Early 80s up until the mid 90s, somewhere right around there.
On the ground. Yeah, we're killing so many people.
Thinking,
Let's
yeah.
just leave away. Alex, I have shells. Out.
Alright, I just gonna be jumping over here real quick. I gotta update.
Oh wait, we can't.
Anybody familiar with Google Docs?
Alright guys, if we combine all of our healths, we might be able to make one other guy.
So I try and do these things. I've been doing the drafts, you know, the ones that are the actual list
Two.
as a Google Doc now,
I have two.
and it seems to be working pretty good. And I was wondering, like, I have it up on my screen,
Yep.
but
That is so far. Not really. Well, kind of. I don't know if we'll make it.
I'm just wondering if people aren't updating it, or because I have it open, if I'm screwing things up.
Right. In front of that tree. You're worse than Brett when he gets knocked.
So you just have to bear with me for 1 second. I'm just trying to fix this.
I have grenades. Nah, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, I had a little emergency, and I wasn't able to break these cards last
He
night,
just got sniped.
so it puts me a little bit behind.
North.
So I'm running a draft and running a pick, running the break at the same time.
Obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget. At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches. Because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try it and believe it at discover.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members.
I'm sorry. Like, he was a cool kid and all, but this
Caring for your
YouTube channel
parents,
is killing me.
learning you have a health condition. These are moments when people realize that where you get your medicine matters. And they look to CVS Pharmacy for advice
I'm gonna go
on ways
for
to
this.
save money.
So I hope I'm not. I don't want to hold things up too much.
So join us at CVS Pharmacy.
I'll be done in just a second.
Not valid on all prescriptions, including those purchased in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Other state restrictions. See cvs.com/pharmacy rewards for the pharmacy details.
Okay. Alright, hope I didn't hold it up too much here. Oh, it's a commercial. I was gonna say, that sure didn't sound like any song or from the movie. Oh, Mason, those names sound vaguely familiar to me, but again, I wasn't, I definitely wasn't around in the 40s. Yeah, I just wasn't sure, because not everybody seems to be updating it. So, first one, we got her in both of our other cases, so obviously not that hard to pull. Nazneen Contractor. So this box will mark our halfway point. We haven't gotten anything crazy. Well, we got the autographed relic of Carl Urban. So that's our #1 pick so far. Our #2 pick so far is going to be Zachary Quinto. After that, I don't know if any of these people are rare autograph-wise, but you know, there aren't any other main cast members. Hopefully there's still one more. Yeah, you know what? Let me, just because I don't want to screw things up, I'm going to get out of this. Let me just close these real quick. That way I don't screw anybody up. Because, Logan, I just had to make your buddy Bear Min's pick for him. Because he was up. You two, Ghostbuster corner marketing guys. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how the, there's a metal card in here. I'm not 100% sure how that works, like the Google Doc thing. One of the other members on here had made it for himself to keep track. And, you know, he offered it to me. So I, you know, it's a basic spreadsheet, so I gave it a shot. And on the whole, everybody seems to be liking it. That was card 14. You know, it will be neat to find out, Logan, is if you have, there's our Chekhov Memoriam card. This is 84 of 100 and card M8. If you find out, you know, some of the artists will tell you how many sketches they did for the products. Is if you have all of the sketches, or almost all of them, I know that is a, that is a terrible way. You know, it's some kind of a weird freak accident like that. Did they say what they were doing? There's our other poster card, I think. Huh, no. Felt like it. Did they say what they were going to do now that he's passed away? I'll say this is pick 2 or 3. So now we got our regular Carl Urban. Now that is 3 main cast or crew members, which is good. We got 3. The bad thing is, I don't know if we'll get any others. Here's a Scotty pin. Still waiting on our sketch. Not saying we can't have more, it's just get a lot of main cast members. I mean, we definitely still have a regular, we should have one good regular relic that we don't have yet. You know, I'm just out of curiosity. What are you, 6-1? I'm just curious if we have any low numbers. There's an 800s, 6,000, 3,000, and 5,000. So we only have one box that's under 1,000, you know, by its serial numbers. Now I do know that one of the styles of autograph, I forget what style it's called, but the horizontal one, which is the that's the Weller, the Clark, and the guy that plays Pike. I think it's only those 4. Yeah, I don't think you can post pictures on the chat. I wouldn't be surprised if it blocks it, even if you do. Seems like our first autograph was always right about here. Maybe like one more pack in, if it stays consistent. I'm not counting, but yep. We got here Lydia Wilson. Thanks, Molly. I'll talk to you later. Alright, here's our relic. Nibirian Warrior. How is this? I was gonna say, how is this Star Trek? It's Star Wars now. Now that, hold on, I gotta change this. Because after that, the song up in queue was, it said was Frozen, so I'm not gonna listen to that. I have a 9-year-old daughter. I heard enough of it when it was out. You know, I wasn't paying attention. But when I heard the Stormtrooper March, I was like, ah. Here's a metal card. It's not coming out on its own. Card 74. Alright, we're due for something pretty soon here. There's one of those patches. This is one of the fake patches. What is this? Carol Marcus. We should have 2 of those in the case. And that's exactly what I was just talking about. So it's an Into Darkness. Bruce Greenwood. So that's the guy that plays Admiral Pike. Come on. I say this every time. It's definitely got to be lighting for me. I mean, I got a brand new camera that's supposed to have 20-point autofocus or some crap like that. And it's no better than the last camera I had. Let's see, how we doing draft-wise?
Taylor Swift's Reputation Stadium Tour. New dates announced. Friday and Saturday, July 13th and 14th at Lincoln Financial Field. Register now for Taylor Swift presale at Ticketmaster.com/Taylor Swift. New album.
Looks like case 2 is stalled out. Who's up in case 2?
When you're selling online, it's exciting to watch the orders flow in. What's not so
Nabsy, he was
exciting?
just on.
Shipping them out. That's why you need ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. ShipStation automatically imports all of your orders into one simple interface, so you can easily create shipping labels for all the top
Just
carriers at the
send him
lowest
a
rate.
message.
Now try ShipStation free for 30 days. Plus, Spotify listeners get an additional month free. Click on the banner or go to ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone and enter Spotify.
Alright, we'll just give him until well, that's the box we're going to do now. This is box 861. Send you a lollipop if you're right. Maybe this will be the one that the sketch is in. We haven't pulled the sketch yet, and we're past the halfway point. I mean, that would be considered, since that's a case hit, a sketch. Well, look at that. I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, you figure 6,500 boxes, so was it 12 box cases, right? So I didn't even 6,500. So there's that came out to 541 and change. So there's probably like 530 cases, 525 cases, something like that, because they'll hold back some of the stuff for the archive boxes, plus for replacements and giveaways and all that kind of stuff. So well, so let's see, we got Urban Quinto. So this will be pick 4 so far. There's a Sophia Boutella autograph. So I think somebody said her autograph's actually really cheap, which is weird because just in general, female autographs are worth more than the others. What do we get here? Ship interior. I think we got that in both of the other cases. And I hope, let's see, VRC1. Yeah, never mind. Well, if we already got the Pyrian guy and the ship's interior, I don't think we're going to be getting the Pike. There's a quote. I don't think we'll be getting the Pike relic. I always wondered what they do. So if you've got the base set is 84 cards, does that sound right? Huh? The screen's missing. Gotcha. 85 cards. So if the base set is 85 cards, and there's 500 and whatever cases, so that means there should be less than 40 archive boxes. Even if we say 40 just to be nice. What do they do with the other 45 printing plate sets? If you get a full set of them in the archive box. Oh, okay. Nabsy picked. His are easy. He's pretty much gone just for the animated cells right now until they're gone. This is a metal card, I believe. You know, maybe he was, and I just don't remember. Because, I mean, you know, I deal with so many different members, you kind of lose track. 42 is the metal card. Was he in the first breaks of Ghostbusters? The name just doesn't ring a bell to me. But, you know, if that's the only break he was in, and it was, you know, a year and a half ago or whatever, it's very possible that I don't remember. I don't remember stuff that happens a week ago, let alone 2 years ago. Here's our other patch. Number 5, Shazir. Alright, so our... Right, we didn't get our... Did we get our second autograph? I don't think so, right? So it should be coming up right in one of these lists. I'll tell you in a minute, Mason, because I'm about to jump over there. Nothing special on this autograph, but it's still, the name cracks me up. Look how that one girl's last name is Contractor. She'd come over and work on my house. Fiona Vroom. Okay, so let me just jump on over real quick. So yeah, see, I think part of the problem is, I think more than one person is updating the list at the exact same time. Because, like, I made Bearman's pick in pick 25. Oh no, whoop, not pick 25. I think I'm just screwing up. So, you know, I thought that Harris Yellen was one of the hard ones. But his autograph is still out there. Am I wrong? Alright, so case 1 is all up to date, and we're at pick 26 right now. And then Logan, you're up at pick 27. And then 28, 29 is Dave. And then there you are at pick 30. So you got a little bit of time. And then case 2. Oh no, that was... Yeah, you see now. Case 2, pick 24, William F. Oh, so he didn't update the spreadsheet. Yeah, there we go. That's what threw me off. I was looking at the spreadsheet and I didn't look at this at the post. So now we're on Bearman now for case 2. Oh, goodness gracious.
The perfect accessory or add-on can spark
extra magic in your sound. Or maybe you're looking to step up from a beginner instrument to something more substantial. Whatever your needs, Guitar Center has the gear to help you dial in your sound and bring your music to life. Right now, you can save $150.
And he actually wanted one of the taxi ones first, so I like it. The second taxi, the first taxi one better.
Just $79.99. Step up your setup at Guitar Center.
It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts. Or it isn't. It's inspected by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians. Or it isn't. It's backed by an unlimited mileage warranty. Or it isn't. For those who never settle, it's either Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned, or it isn't.
So I think as long as I want to get out of this document after I make my picks, and I think that might be what's going to help me out here.
When you're selling online, it's exciting to watch the orders flowing. What's not so exciting? Shipping them out. That's why you need ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. ShipStation automatically imports all of your orders into one simple interface, so you can easily create shipping labels for all the top carriers at the lowest rates. Now, try ShipStation free.
I hate doing 10 things at once here.
Listeners get an additional month free. Click on the banner or go to ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone and enter Spotify.
I'll be back in just a second and we'll pick up where we left off. Alright, a finding time. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, we're back. So we still haven't gotten to the sketch yet. We are on box 9. But we pulled the Sofia Boutella we just pulled in the last box. We got a Zachary Quinto and 2 Carl Urban autographs. A autographed relic and just a regular autograph. So those are our 4 big autographs so far. Still waiting on our sketch. And I don't think we pulled any relics that are anything special yet. Could be wrong, but ship interior, was the actual relic one that we pulled so far. All the other ones are your typical, singles and doubles. Who's this? I don't recognize this image. Jeremy Fitzgerald. I can tell you that particular image, I don't know about the guy, we definitely didn't get that in the other 2 cases. And it doesn't really mean much, but just putting it out there. Here's a single Chekhov. Just want to make sure I like to try and put them in the soft sleeve the same way. Yeah, so at this point, with what we have left, not counting the typical, 2 autographs, the quote card, we've gotten 2 of the pins, so we got 3 pins, I thought, in both of the first 2 cases. So probably get another pin. You know what? I have no idea. I've never looked, and whatever stuff that we've opened of Star Trek in the past, I know for a fact I've never gotten his autograph. Who is this? Kim Cold. Relative of Captain Cold. It's a lot of packs to possibly not pull anything else. Hopefully we have a sketch in this one. Metal card. .72 is the card number. And I think this is the other poster card, because it feels like a metal card. Yep. Let's see if I can get a partially lit. There we go. Messed up wrapper here. Sketch better not be in this pack. Nope. How easy or hard is it on those first boxes of the Marvel movies? They're all the Rittenhouse ones, right? For Iron Man or X-Men. how easy or hard is it to pull a Downey or a Jackman, or I mean, to warrant the price? I mean, okay, great, $200 a box, but if you're only going to be pulling a Robert Downey every 5 cases, I mean, hell, might as well just go buy one. Here, who wanted the RoboCop autograph? This wrapper's all bent over. Let me open this one up and see what's in it. Metal card 12. You know, not like he excuse me, not like you need any, Logan, but I don't know if you saw it. I actually was able to sort all the Ghostbusters cards. I got them all finished. They went pretty quick, especially when they're easy to read. I hate the top Star Wars cards. They're impossible to read the damn numbers on. But the cases, case 2 was perfect. I was able to make 12 sets. Case 1, I actually had a couple that were missing cards, but the extras out of case 2, I was able to finish them off. So everybody that gets a base spot in the break, either case will get 2 sets, you know, of all the basic inserts. Yep, got that right. The one thing, and I've always, when I talk to George, I know we got this guy. I think we got him in both cases. It's Jason Matthew Smith. I think we already pulled him one of the other versions. One of the things that I also like about Cryptozoic, when it comes to their insert sets, is that, or their base sets, anything in general, there are multiples of 9. Oh, extra thick. I'll say that for last. It might just be, it's the last time we got an extra thick card, it was the one wardrobe card that was hold on, and it really wasn't any rarer than the other. It was just because the material that they used. Hold on, I gotta look it up now because I can't remember. It was the dual relic. There's duals. Dual character. DC4, Kirk and Crawl. That is an EL, so that's the rarest of those. Pretty sure. I mean, again, it could be one of the other things. I don't know, but I'm just saying that when we got a thick one. Yeah, you see, you're right there with me. That's what it was. I don't think there's any other cards that are that thick, because his costume was like leather, and it was real puffy. So I guess they're not able to like shave it down. Get it fit in a standard card. But back on topic, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Topps in particular, I don't know what their designers are thinking when they make their cards, because I mean, this last set that they came out with, Last Jedi, it was impossible to read. The font they used was really wacky, and they even had it where like the numbers were like backward, like the 2s were backwards 5, so they were just odd shaped. It just didn't make sense. Another bent wrapper. Alright. We can dream big that it's a 6-piece booklet. And it is, no it is not, it is Shuttlecraft. Man, look at how thick that is. I definitely don't have a top loader for that. So, how rare was the Shuttlecraft? Where's the relics? Relics. There's an EL, Shuttlecraft interior. RC5. Alright. And that won't even fit in a top loader. In a soft sleeve. That's gonna get, I don't know if any of you guys got any of the like the pins or whatever from Valerian Steel, or that, or the dual that we got in one of the other cases, but I like triple team bagged it to kind of put it inside of a pillow. Alright, bugger. Alright, we'll leave this right here for a second. Oh, well, there you go. Wherever you are in the draft, maybe you can get up to it.
When you're selling online,
That was the shuttle interior.
what's not so exciting? Shipping them out. That's why you need ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. ShipStation
Alright, so
automatically imports all of your orders
we're all
into
good
one
on
single
over on the
interface,
draft.
so you can easily create shipping labels.
Yeah, I'll go back to it in 1 second. I just had to check. I'm sorry. Since you just joined in there, Ted, I'm besides breaking this, I'm also running a draft clock right now. Focus. So every few boxes I have to jump over there. I'm kind of a day behind. I was just saying how thick it is. It's that's one of the normal relics. Let me see if I can put them side by side. Yeah, I saw Nabsy just made their fix in both cases. They were up. Two boxes to go. We still have not pulled the sketch yet. There's our our guaranteed Noel Clark autograph. I know I've only opened up 3 cases of this, but you know, there's always certain products that there's certain guys you're going to get in every one, and the 3 cases always had him, this Jason Matthew Smith or whatever his name was. This is metal card, relic card, I'm not sure, metal card. Card 44. I don't know how much the metal cards are going for, but if I collected Star Trek, I would definitely do that metal set. That's really nice looking cards, and like I said, I'm a sucker for these metal cards. Keep saying to myself, I'm going to, there's our sketch. I don't know if any of you guys are sports guys, because I'm drawing a blank, but there was 2 sets. One was Topps. It was it Stars and Stripes, was it called? Back around 97-ish. And those cards were metal, and you could get like a holographic version where it was like had like a refractor to it. And then Leaf had one where the cards were metal. I think it was Leaf. Maybe it was Douglas. Not sure if they were the same company yet. But and it wasn't Preferred, because Preferred weren't metal cards, but they did have the precious metals inserts in them. So we're still waiting on our second autograph. And there it is. Nobody special. Farron Tahir. So that's 2 autographs, our sketch in here. I don't think we got the quote out yet. Oh, and there's a relic. Only a couple packs left. I'll finish these real quick. Because, again, I don't think we got the quote, so there shouldn't be anything else in this. There's the quote. Now there really shouldn't be anything else in this. Yeah, I don't know how big the artist list is here, but I'm sure it's less than half that. Okay, dual single character of Captain Kirk. And your sketch is Adam and Becca Cleveland of Spock. You can see. So now that gives you so the 2 Carl Urbans, the Quinto, the Batella, the shuttle piece, and the sketch. So that makes 6. So there you go, Logan. Because I think you said you were pick 6. Melissa Roxburgh. I have a feeling that this box is going to be a dud, only because I know it runs across the odds, but in the other 2 cases that we opened, we got 3 of those pins, and we've only pulled 2 of them so far. Unless we're lucky, and because of the we got the shuttle and the ship interior, we won't get a 3rd pin. But Rittenhouse is usually pretty consistent on their odds, like on what you get out of a case. Feels like our metal card in here. And card number 3. Oops. Home stretch. So for everybody that's listening right now, as soon as I'm done with this break, we're going to be updating the Ghostbusters draft, and then we're going to go straight to the Thor case. Oh, there we go. It's a good autograph. Alice Eve. I'm not sure where she is in the pecking order, but it's one of the main characters from the movie. She's not a main crew member. This feels like this might be a relic. And like I said, there was our... See now, this one's got some chrome trim there. Sulu's pin. Alright, so that's not bad. Alright, so unless there is another something hiding in this case, this last box, I mean, this case is done. So there's our quote. Let's see if we can burn through these last couple. I tell you what, I don't know if it was you that mentioned it, but when we were opening up the other two cases, like, I was pretty psyched when we pulled the Peter Weller and the Bruce Greenwood, and yeah, I'm not sure if it was you or not. So, oh yeah, I just picked one up for like $12. I mean, how can RoboCop be 12 bucks? Or, you know, whatever it was. I just know it was way cheaper than I expected. Alright, yep, nothing here. This pack is thin. So unless they gave us an extra autograph, which is nothing. And nope. Okay. So we are done with the break. Just to give you a quick recap. Our sketch was Adam and Becca Cleveland. Our autographs, we just got Alice Eve. Just go to the better ones. Where there's Sophia Boutella, Bruce Greenwood, excuse me, Carl Urban, Zachary Quinto, and early on, Carl Urban, the autographed relic or wardrobe. We also pulled the shuttle interior, which is an EL relic, and the ship interior. Besides that, any of them didn't really have much of a crazier, you know, odds than anything else. Thank you for watching. I'm going to stop recording. I got to go update the Ghostbusters draft, and then we'll be right back to do Thor. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in a few minutes.